You might think your non-stick pan is completely safe, but there's more to the story than you probably realize. Picture this. You're in your kitchen, flipping eggs or searing vegetables, and your trusty pan seems like your best friend. It's convenient, it makes cooking easy, and clean up is a breeze. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's actually happening when that pan heats up? Could it be releasing invisible chemicals that aren't exactly doing your body any favors? It sounds scary, but don't worry, we're going to break it down in a way that's clear, friendly, and based on science. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to cook safely while still enjoying all the benefits of your non-stick cookware. Non-stick pans are coated with a substance called TFE, which you might know as Teflon. TFE itself is chemically inert, which is why it doesn't react with your eggs, your pancakes, or whatever delicious food you're preparing. That's why it became so popular in the first place. But here's the catch. TFE can start to break down if the pan gets too hot. Most people cook on medium or medium-high heat, which is generally safe, but preheating an empty pan or using very high heat for a long time can push the coating beyond its limits. When TFE overheats, it begins to release fumes containing ultrafine particles that can irritate your lungs if inhaled. For someone with asthma or other respiratory conditions, even a short exposure can be uncomfortable. Another chemical that has raised concern in the past is PFOA. This was used in the production of non-stick coatings for many years, but has been largely phased out since around 2013. Long-term exposure to PFOA has been linked in some studies to liver issues, thyroid problems, and even certain types of cancer. So, if you're using a newer pan labeled PFOA-free, you've already taken an important step to minimize risk. If you have older cookware made before this phase out, it might be wise to consider replacing it. Even small changes like this can have a significant impact on your long-term kitchen safety. So, how do you know if your pan is safe to continue using? First, take a careful look at the surface. Any scratches, peeling, or flaking is a sign that it's time for a replacement. Even small imperfections can allow TFE particles to escape onto your food. While ingesting tiny amounts of these particles is not proven to be harmful, it's still a reason to avoid using damaged pans. Pay attention when cooking, too. If food starts sticking where it never did before, that's another clue that your pan is losing its non-stick effectiveness. Temperature control is key. Most everyday cooking can be done at medium or medium-high heat. Avoid leaving empty pans on high heat, and don't use them for cooking methods that require extreme temperatures without careful monitoring. Your smoke alarm going off isn't just annoying, it's a signal that your pan may be overheating. Good ventilation in the kitchen is also important. Opening a window or using a vent fan helps disperse any fumes that might form if a pan does get too hot. Simple habits like these make a real difference. If you're looking for alternatives, ceramic-coated pans have grown in popularity. These use minerals like silica to create a non-stick surface and are free of TFE and PFOA. They can withstand higher temperatures without releasing harmful fumes, which makes them appealing for those who want peace of mind. The main drawback is that ceramic coatings tend to wear down faster than TFE, especially if they're exposed to sudden temperature changes or cleaned with abrasive tools. Still, for most everyday cooking, ceramic pans are a safe and effective option. Cleaning and maintenance are also part of safe usage. Avoid metal utensils that can scratch the coating, and don't stack pans directly on top of each other unless you use protective padding. Wash with warm water, mild soap, and a soft sponge. Skip harsh scouring pads or aggressive dishwasher detergents, which can wear down the coating faster. These small steps extend the life of your pan and reduce the likelihood of chemical exposure. There's a lot of misinformation floating around about non-stick pans. Some people worry that just cooking eggs or stir-fry will poison them, but this isn't true. At normal cooking temperatures, TFE is completely stable. Another myth is that fumes from the pan are instantly dangerous. Fumes only become a concern if the pan is severely overheated or the coating is compromised. Understanding these points allows you to use non-stick cookware safely without unnecessary fear. Even occupational studies provide useful context. Workers in TFE production facilities occasionally experienced respiratory irritation, particularly in poorly ventilated areas. Animal studies show that extremely high concentrations of fumes can be harmful, but these conditions are far beyond what any home cook experiences. What these studies do offer is a sense of thresholds, helping us define safe use in everyday kitchens. From a health perspective, the risks are entirely manageable when you follow simple guidelines. Moderate your heat, inspect pans regularly, replace damaged ones, and consider alternatives for high-heat cooking. Clean gently, and keep good ventilation in the kitchen. By doing these things, you maintain the convenience and ease of non-stick cookware while keeping yourself and your family safe. Non-stick pans aren't inherently dangerous, they're tools that make cooking simpler. Like any tool, they come with rules for safe use. When respected, they allow you to cook efficiently and enjoyably. Eggs slide, pancakes flip perfectly, and cleanup is quick. The key is awareness, knowing the materials, understanding how to handle them, and keeping up with proper care. Let's not forget environmental considerations. TFE coatings are highly persistent and don't break down easily in nature. When discarded, old pans can remain in landfills for decades. Some recycling programs now accept non-stick cookware separately, and certain companies are developing initiatives to recycle old pans. If minimizing your environmental impact is important, explore these options or consider long-lasting alternatives like cast iron, which can last for decades when properly maintained. Daily habits also contribute to safety and longevity. Avoid overheating, never use metal utensils, don't stack pans without protection, and always clean gently. Store them carefully and inspect regularly. All these little habits add up to safer cooking, longer-lasting pans, and peace of mind. In conclusion, non-stick cookware is safe when used wisely. By maintaining moderate heat, replacing worn pans, choosing alternatives for high-heat cooking, cleaning carefully, and keeping your kitchen ventilated, you minimize potential risks. Understanding the science doesn't have to be intimidating, it empowers you to make informed choices and enjoy the convenience of non-stick cooking. Cooking should be enjoyable, not stressful, and now you know how to balance safety, convenience, and delicious results. Your eggs will slide perfectly, your stir-fries will sizzle, and your meals will remain healthy and safe. You're now equipped with practical knowledge, scientific context, and friendly advice to use your non-stick pans wisely. It's all about small, simple steps. Control heat, inspect your pans, choose safer alternatives when needed, clean carefully, and ventilate your kitchen. By doing so, you maintain a safe, efficient, and enjoyable cooking environment for you and everyone in your home. You don't have to worry unnecessarily, and your non-stick pans can remain your allies in the kitchen for years to come. Remember, cooking is not just about food, it's about creating a safe and happy space in your kitchen. By understanding the materials you work with, respecting their limitations, and practicing simple safety measures, you take control of your health, your home, and your cooking experience. Non-stick pans, when used responsibly, are convenient, effective, and safe. It's all about knowing the rules, following them, and cooking confidently. Your kitchen, your meals, and your health all benefit. Safe cooking doesn't have to be complicated, and now you have the knowledge to enjoy it fully.